So it's 21:14 p.m. Yeah, still Friday. I got a sunset vid coming. Well, a couple sunset vids actually, because we're good one tonight. Decent. Also working on slideshows right now. I got the second one breaking down to edit and stuff. But I wanted to make this video because it just popped in my head while I was editing. And it's for the Draken Saga. And basically why it was easy to work with the new Jedi Order for the fanfic. My fanfic, anyway. Uh, and that came out at the right time, too. It really did. Because that was 99, and I didn't start reading that until Jesus, I guess right after Vector Prime, I think. Okay, good. Down, close, close. There we go. Good. But yeah, it was so easy because I was still in school, and I didn't start reading that until 2002, give or take. So yeah, it was around Attack of the Clones time. So, and I mentioned my whole breakdown of what came and clashed together to make this work so well as a fanfic. It was Cotter, it was Republic Commando, Revenge of the Sith video game, Attack of the Clones, uh, Cotter 2, both Cotters actually. Um, Trek, whole bunch of other shit. A lot of shit back then. Mm. But what made it easy to work with was the fact that the frequency of everything that came out during that whole 19 novel deal. And that was, what, 4 years worth? And it was a couple months in between each book, too. Some of them were back to back, which was amazing, which helped. And my library would get them in, starting with cassettes. And then CDs took over. And then, I'd be getting the audiobooks for each one and be able to listen to them as they were available. And that was a lot of fun. I love that shit. There were nights I'd pass out to them CDs and tapes. Oh my God. But it was easy to remember what happened, which helped a lot. Of course, now I don't remember jack shit about it aside from the Vong. That's it. Um, but yeah, I have all the audiobooks now digitally, which is nice. I have the entire digital set of all the Star Wars audiobooks that I wanted. And I'm slowly working on getting all the different books uploaded on the channel in slideshow form so you can read them. But it was so much fun to just dive into that. It was easy as hell. And it worked. It was great. And also Shadows, too. Love Shadows. Shadows of the Empire. Um, and I think I mentioned the gamble with that, too. Yeah, I did. It was in my first review for Shadows, actually. When I first read Shadows, um, it ended on that cliffhanger, and I thought, and I had no idea. Well, no, it ended with, yeah, Skyhook destroyed all that shit, but I didn't know what happened to Dash Rendar, so I threw him into my fanfic. And that was a long gamble, too, because you got to keep in mind, back then, I didn't have OCLC, didn't have WorldCat, didn't have interlibrary loan system set up yet. This is it's late 90s. Ugh. We didn't. It was the infancy of the internet. Dial up, man. Dial up. Dial up, then broadband. Then HSN, HSI, high speed internet access and shit. And AOL discs. Ugh. And now, look where we're at now. Crazy, right? But yeah, back then, we didn't have systems like that. No, all we have is a card catalog that you could you could dive into, grab the note card out, go look for the book you were looking for. Or if you were smart like me and committed things to eidetic memory, you knew where exactly the fuck to go and get your books and whatever. Love it. I still remember where the original layout of my branch. Yeah, that was crazy as hell. But going back to how easy it was, because like I said, it was consistent and everything was still fresh. So working a story with that didn't take a whole lot of effort. It was just like writing it right alongside the entire war. It was easy as hell. And then my dumb ass was like, "Oh, I'll do it. I'll do the same thing with Fate of the Jedi after uh, NJO ended and the Dark Nest trilogy." And I was like, "Nah, this not gonna work. It's gonna take too fucking long." Because I remembered the original layout for that. The follow up for was Endgame. And I was like, okay, I can make this work. And I'm like, nah, no. So, yeah. But it was so easy and it was fever pitch fun. Because each book for the NJO was shocking each time. You know, like you read it the first time through and it goes so fast. Because you're not really paying attention to details. You're just listening to the narrator. That's what I do. I'm an audiophile. I can't read a fucking book anymore. I can do comics, art books, visual dictionaries, encyclopedias, all that shit, but a novel? No. I need pictures. I'm illiterate. And I'd rather see it in my head than try to visualize it on paper. That's annoying. So having the wonderful voice talents of Anthony Heald and Mark Thompson and Jonathan Davis. No, not the lead singer of Korn, even though that would be interesting to hear him read that shit. Fuck him providing instrumentals for that. Pretty fucking metal. Ugh. Really helped pave the landscape of what the story was. And it was so good, and I loved it. And thanks to those voice talents, that helped me write my story out as I worked, because I'd have the people I picked that I grew up with that did nice things for me and were nice to me. I had their voice talents in my head, and then I had Anthony, Mark, and Jonathan in my head as well, and all the other narrators from back then too. So it was a nice little what do I want to say, cyclone of voices in my head that helped me pave the way for my fanfic. It's beautiful shit. But New Jedi Order is just so good and so deep and rich with world building, and how it really highlighted how weak the Jedi were. Real weak, how weak they were. And it moved away from Jedi versus Sith, which was great. I love that. Oh, I skipped over one. Legacy of the Force, right? Moron. It happens. All this shit blurs together. I'm like, shit, I forgot about that. I might be re-uploading that saga too, because the original versions I have are just, 20, 30 minutes of a slideshow. Because I didn't know how to do slideshows like that back then. So, still learning. But yeah, that whole book series just so powerful and so heavy. And I was so mad that shit ended in an anticlimactic deal. So mad, dude. Like, ugh. Like, come on, kill them all, and we're gonna stalemate. Bitch! So mad. So mad. Ugh. Whatever. But damn if that series didn't get me going good. And it was consistent throughout school, too. Because I'd be listening to that after school and when I go to bed at night. And I'd be replaying the same tracks over and over because I fell asleep. Had to pick up where I left off. I was like, yeah, I remember. But it was easy to sink into versus today's shit. Because today's shit is so... I'm not saying woke because that's a cop out statement. It's so cop out and outdated now. Ugh. It's more. I like some of today's stuff, but not all of it. Back then, everything was organic and frenetic at some points. And there's a lot, you have to follow a lot of different points in this shit. That's where I learned how to do multiple personalities and points of view when writing. That's why I have 20 plus characters in the fucking fanfic. Not kidding. I am not fucking kidding. My longest fight I ever wrote in that was like 7 to 10 pages. 20 different POVs in that bitch. For one fight. Absolute madness. And yeah, I had a headache. I still feel that shit. But I had fun with it. Like, I didn't let shit eat at me. Because I hand wrote this trilogy, too. That's the thing. I hand wrote this. Handwritten, it was 111 pages total. Yeah. And then typing it up, total, it came out to 722. Because I had a lot of expansion to do. Because you gotta remember, back then, I was handwriting. So, development and shit, I didn't worry about that. I was like, A to B to C. You know? Whereas now, it's A to A.1, .2, .3, .4, .5, .6, and then B, and then 1 through 6. Oh, and it's so much work. But fun work. And descriptions and shit. Because I didn't have to worry about describing it. I was like, I write down Tatooine, people are like, okay, I know what the fuck that is. Fucking ball of sand. Ball of sand, homeless people rummaging for parts. That's Jawas. Oh, man. And it was interesting because it was one of those things where I was like, yeah, I got this shit done. It's so easy. And yet I never published it for a long time because it took me a while to really wrap around my head. Because, mass dissociation. And definitely peak autism in effect. Oh, man. And I say that because sometimes my autism even astounds me retrospectively, because it's crazy. If you're like me and you have your autism moments where you're like, holy shit, I stemmed the fuck out of that back then, you know what I mean. Oh man. And also this wonderful thing has helped me get through doing editing and shit. Not that I get dragged down by it, it's just I needed to pick me up. And that tastes really good too. It'd be good to mix with probably Crown Royal apple for sure, because that's hardcore apple. And then you throw in liquor and it's like massive, major hardcore apple. So, yeah. But when I finished writing it, because there was a point in time, let me think, when was this? 2007, 2008. Actually, let me look up the poem. Because I remember I wrote it. Let's see here. Because I'd written it at South Hanover Y. Bingo. Yep, that's when I quit. 8/27/2008. No, called it Last Chance. Fuck it, I'll read it to you. Because that was when I had fallen out of love with Jess Brown. Yeah. Oh, good, it's only one page. Lovely. So, Last Chance. You tell me to let go of my crush of you, but I can't. It's too hard. Try as I might, I cannot. A failed request it is coming from you. Every girl I see in some way looks like you and it hurts me so. I can't let go of this crush for it pulls my heart in all directions. One touch of your skin would never be enough for me. The very thought of you drives me to the brink of madness. This longing for you is so strong. I know you don't love me, but I will until my headstone. If I was a sole survivor when this world is gone, my one memory would be of you. You are the muscle car I keep shining like an angel's halo. Instead of giving me a couple seasons, you went straight for the series finale. Yeah. And of course, dissociation in my head. Because I had lost interest. I'm falling completely out of love with Jess at that point. And I didn't know how to comprehend the shit, you know? Like, that's how I've got my feelings out, was through poetry. So when I finished writing my trilogy, I figured, yeah, it's done. And in my head, everybody was so proud of me. Yeah. I was like, yeah, everybody's seen this. The whole world knows about it. And they're proud of me for it's done. They're proud of me. Now I'm older, I'm like, nobody's seen this shit. Ugh. That's why it took me so long to type up part 3. Because that was the only part of the trilogy no one had ever seen. I'd always typed up 2. And then, because I went back, well, yeah, I went wrong order. Machete order. 2, 1, 3. Back to the future order, basically. Because that's how I watch that trilogy, 2, 1, 3. All the time. See, it's like when you're introduced to a certain installment in a saga or a trilogy, that's mostly when you, and if you're a writer, that's usually when you start writing that part of the story, is that part, either it's the beginning, middle, or end. Happens. But yeah. So writing all that up was, yeah, that was crazy. So much handwriting. My hand hurt writing all that shit. But when I lost interest in Jess and fell out of love, like, my story stopped at one point. My back itches. I'm not gonna cut myself. I'm good. So I had stopped writing for a long time and just left that page blank. And I was pretty deep into the damn part, into part 3. I was at, come on, give me the damn number. I want to say page 44. Yeah, about page 44 handwritten. Yeah, it was 44. And it just stuck there at the top. And it took me so long to get back into it. And of course, at that point, Legacy of the Force was done. Yeah, Legacy was over, Dark Nest was over, New Jedi Order was over. And Clone Wars had just started up too. So I was like, ooh, more stuff. Fun times. And then 1 year later, I picked it back up again because I wrote it down in the paper. Because I was all about dates and times. Still am. Because memory. Yeah. Fun backstory. COVID fucked up my memory. So I write down I date and timestamp everything now even harder. Ugh. But yeah, back then I lost interest, and I didn't think I'd ever finish that. I never thought I'd finish part 3. Ever. I was like, fuck it, it'll stay unfinished. And I was like, I need to finish this because I want to know what happens too. It happens. And I finally got the fucker finished. And I was like, great. Done. And everybody was proud of me in here. And I was so stuck in dissociation and peak autism stemming from all that. It's funny, but it's also kind of sad at the same time because, you know, I was a complete shut-in. I had really no friends at that time. I had people I hung out with down at Sheets late nights. Those were fun. Oh my god, those were the best fucking days. Y'all don't know about that. Younger gen? No. Older gen? Know about that shit, don't we? So much fun. Just hanging out at the gas station till fucking 4 in the morning, talking, bullshitting, throwing donuts around because the Krispy Kreme truck had extra. And one of my friends, Rob, back then, had asked the guy if he could have the trash bag of donuts. trash bag. Giant trash bag. Not a little dinky bag. A trash bag. And we're just throwing them around like fucking snowballs. Awesome shit. Oh, man. Good times. Good times. Got to see some nice titties down there, too. Fuck yeah, man. Always the shit back then. But yeah, I'd lost interest in writing in Jess, and then I got it back. And at this point, I didn't even have a laptop yet. And when I finally got a laptop, I started to typing stuff up, and I was like, okay, this is cool, great. And I never really thought about sharing it everywhere. No, I just typed it up, had it done. I was like, yay, it's done. People know. Up here, obviously. And it stuck with me for a long time until I finally broke through my dissociation. Ugh, and that took a long time. A long time. Like, I compare my dissociation to women who are stuck in a toxic relationship and an abusive toxic relationship. Like, it's the only comparison I can think of. Like, you're stuck there. You can escape. You have all the opportunity at your fingertips. You can do it. You can escape. But you choose to stay because this says it's safe. It'll get better. He'll change. They'll change. It'll be okay. It'll get better tomorrow. I know it'll be better tomorrow. It won't be better. It won't. And once I broke through mine, whew, man. What a wake-up call. It was a nice one, though. Harsh, but needed. So, yeah, I love NJO. One of my favorite sagas. Absolutely amazing. And I do want to go back and re-listen to it. It's just, I don't have the energy for it yet. Not yet. It's not the time to listen to it yet. It's not. It's really not. I don't know when it'll be, but my brain will let me know, or my precog will kick in and be like, here, listen. Gotta love precog. That's a pain in the ass. Because that can fuck you over or make you happy. Precognition, for those of you who don't like short words. But yeah. And as for Jess, that is that's an ongoing saga in itself. Yeah. I still want to have that sit down with her and just tell her every fucking thing. But I know reality-wise, that's never going to fucking happen. And that eats at me. Little by little. But not hardcore like it used to. It's just one of those things that, I have to accept it and move on. Like AA's pledge. Yeah. So. No. But I wanted to share that because it was eating at me. It's like, speak, speak, speak. It's like a nagging kid who's asking for the same thing 5,000 times in a row. Or you have the same annoying child who asks you if they can have this over and over. My bestie, Chris, her youngest, will text her and ask the stupidest shit. Because he's little. He's adorable, though. He's so fucking cute. I love him. Like, last time he texted her, he asked her if he could have the last of the chips. And he kept asking. He's like, no, you can't have it. It's too funny. Oh, I love it. And I love him because he is so innocent. And then the latest picture I saw of him, he's starting to lose his kid features. Makes me sad. I was like, you were so adorable, now you're turning into an adult. Fuck. I hate that. My next door neighbor's kids, they shot up in height. Right now, they're as tall as uh halfway height of a car. I hate it. I really hate it. It's like, ugh. Because I like their kids. Their kids are fucking awesome. Yeah, but, yeah. Mm. But yeah, my fanfic. Mm. That was a healing experience for me too, writing that up again. Because after I lost Crystal, everything ties back to Crystal somehow. That was the first thing I jumped into, and because I started typing it up in 2010 and stopped because I lost interest. I was into Jesus, wrestling, Clone Wars, uh, fuck, what all was out in 2010? A lot of goddamn things. Whatever shows were super popular that I enjoyed, I was into that shit. And yeah, I was coming off a lot of shit that ended too. Battlestar Galactica, all kinds, so much shit. But it was the consistent, like, watch. And everything blurred together. That's why I've been rewatching old stuff and untangling the lines. So I know what came from who and where came from what. Yeah. And of course, the age-old question: how? It's fucking annoying, but it's fun. It really is fun. Like, you go back and like, how did I find this fucking character? Oh, that fucking show, that dumbass movie, that boring shit. Ugh, that porn that I don't really want to talk about. 2 girls, 1 cup. Anybody? Red Solo Cup. If you hear that while you watch that, you are a horrible fucking bastard. But it's funny because it matches. Oh, gross. I can remember that shit. You and I are not alike. We come from different eras. But what made NJO so cool was, I didn't go out and buy the audiobooks, honestly. I always waited for the library to have it. The only ones I ever owned of NJO were Star by Star. I have that on cassette. You've seen that on the channel. That's in the toys playlist, actually. One of the toy bin videos. I can't remember which one. And then I bought a bunch of other ones because I wanted to collect them all. And then I was like, wait a minute, that's expensive. Because audiobooks back then weren't cheap. Fuck no. Christ, I bought Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix audiobook CD. That was $50. 50 to 70, I think. That was expensive for then. Whew. Imagine that coming out now. Whew. With tariffs attached. And that was a 22 disc set. So, yeah, that would probably be inflation-wise and shit. And tariffs probably about over 100. Easily. Fuck. But, yeah, I loved it. So, and it's always fun, because when you listen to audiobooks, you're given a good picture in your head. You're given the voice talents, so you understand what you're working with and who sounds like what, versus reading the page like, I don't know what the fuck to sound like. And then you have the story itself and the world building going on with it, so you understand where to go from there. And boom, you got your details. And the easy part was just avoiding all the heavier stuff. Like, I knew where people were story-wise. It's like, I don't need to worry about that. They're just here for different little things. They're background characters. They're background noise. So, yeah. Man. Wow. So much fun with that. That's why I love my fanfic. It's fun. I wish I had more reviews on that, though. Or feedback. I wish I had more feedback for that, because it'd be nice to hear, like, what I missed in that and other little questions, too. Because even I miss a lot of shit when I'm writing. Happens. But nobody wants to give feedback because they're too fucking lazy, or they just don't care and they just want to read. So. I'll get back to editing now. So I can get these slideshows up. Tonight. Good grief. I'm only doing 2. So. Yeah. But yeah, so that's why I love the new Jedi Order. Good shit. Great key moments in that, too. A lot I don't really remember, but some I do. So. Okay. So, I'll be back sometime this weekend with some other shit. Till next time, like and subscribe for thoughts and prayers.